You there. Here, please. No, you don't know me. But I do know you. Keeping an eye on notable people while going unnoticed is sort of my expertise. The only reason we're speaking is because I'm in something of a predicament. My partner and I were recovering intelligence for the Pact in shipwrecked shoals. But we were caught by Dreadsail pirates and separated. Imagine the harm Sea Elves could do with Pact maps and orders. We can't allow it. Yes, and I need you to rescue my partner. If she was captured, she'd be consigned to a life of brutal slavery. If you rescue Nari and take care of the documents, I'll forfeit my finder's fee from the Pact to you. The three things to look out for are enemy messages to collect, allied documents to destroy, and Nari to bring to safety. You'll find all of them either among the wreckage on the shoals or among the Sea Elves. Take my skiff to get there. I keep an eye on the sisters for them. Make note of noteworthy people and events, gather information. Exchange it with other eyes and ears around the Isles. Folks beneath notice, Nari among them. The rewards far outweigh the risks. Usually. This is risky business. Informants that get caught shouldn't expect a rescue, but I just can't leave her. The truth of it is, Nari's my sister. Letting her be dragged off by the Sea Elves would make future family gatherings awkward. It's a particularly treacherous route through the Sisters Archipelago. Anything larger than a skiff that gets pulled in by the currents usually winds up running aground on the shoals. Violently. It's a tempting route for clandestine maneuvers. That makes it a favorite of pirates and Alliance warships seeking to avoid a lot of attention. I suspect the Dreadsail's presence explains why so many ships have been lost lately.
projects than I did before.
Don't kill off any shipwrecks if I...
What's going on?
Did Lady Arabelle send you? Look, I think I found her. When I got to the shoals and saw all those sea elf pirates and hadalids, I quickly sent a message to Lady Arabelle requesting assistance. But I was able to sneak over here, and that is when I spotted her. The sea has returned her back to me. My ship, the Kamal's Bane. Oh, I thought I lost her forever. She washed ashore on the shoals, thank the Hist. It took me some time to reach this spot without being detected, but now that you're here, we can see what remains of my vessel. She will never sail again, but at least it will be good to see her one last time. And perhaps we can find some indication of what happened to my passenger, Prince Ernskar of Windhelm. You check the hull, and I will search among the wreckage. Be careful.
Stay back. I can still fight.
Isleen! Friend, this is my bosun. There is none finer.
Captain! Sankain, it's you. I didn't think anyone would come for me. But if you're with the captain, please. It's Prince Ernskar. We have to help him. I'd be dead if it wasn't for the prince. Not exactly. After that strange storm swept in and the ship hit the rocks, we were struggling to get to the small boats. A wave hit me and I thought that was the end. But Prince Ernskar lifted me up, tossed me in the boat and shoved it away. The Kamal's Bane started to break apart. The storm pushed us into the straits and the current was dragging most of the ship toward Amenos. I stayed in the small boat as long as I could. Then I leaped into this piece of the wreckage and landed here. The last I saw, he was alive and clinging to the part of the ship floating toward Amenos. Even through the storm, I could hear others in the water, but the winds were sending the wreckage in all directions. You need to go find Prince Ernskar.
Return to the manor. Lady Arabelle must know of this. I'll return as soon as Islene can travel.
Let me go!
I'm alive! Please don't leave me here. Get me out of here, please! Those sea elves are trying to break me, force me to decode documents to help them attack Alliance ships. I can't take much more. You have any idea how long I've been in this cage getting nipped at by reef vipers while Titus found you? I bet he was more concerned about those stupid papers than his own sister. Can you open the cage? I want to get out of here. You're a godsend. Sea elves would have fed me to the vipers piece by piece until I decoded the documents they wanted. I'm getting out of here. If you come across any papers written in coded gibberish, I'd be obliged if you made sure the sea elves don't keep them.
This is gonna be fun. Don't mess with the street kid.
Well, what were you going to do if they hadn't shown up when they did?
You do realize that if you weren't my sister, you'd have been on your... Stow it, Nari. They're back. Your actions certainly didn't go unnoticed in there. I take it everything worked out, though? You saved the Alliance. And Nari. At least one of those accomplishments is worth the payment I promised. I'll make sure these documents wind up in the right hands. Oh, and if you see us around in the future, pretend you didn't. It's a shame the Sea Elves have laid claim to this spot. It was an ideal location for clandestine exchanges. Not irreplaceable, though. Same can't be said for my sister, which I'm beginning to regret. It's understandable, given the situation, but I can't say I appreciate her taking it out on me. I took care of the situation the best way I know how. All charging in after her would have accomplished is getting both of us captured, or worse.
Don't think I'm done with this, Titus. You were just sitting here cozy while I was getting raked over the barnacles for those documents.
Let's go
That's part
fast.
of the job, Nari. You knew the risks when you signed...
Oops. Guess that was just one of the risks of the job, prig.
Watching you harvest is exciting. I can't wait to see what you're going to do with that.
The charges include larceny, goat smuggling, fraud, and excessive use of profanity in the presence of nobility.
And up we go. We did it! doing something with magic-y?
Friend, Lady Arabelle is waiting for you upstairs.
Another one of my favorite associates, back safe and sound. And were you successful? Did Captain Suzo find anything important at the shoals? Well, that corroborates what the dockmaster told you. If Prince Ernskar is still alive and made it to Amenos, perhaps the other Alliance leaders did as well. Of course, that doesn't mean they're safe. Only a small part of the island is hospitable, and Amenos Station is barely that. The rest of the island is an untamed jungle full of deadly plants, wild creatures, and gangs of prisoners. Not exactly a stroll in the park. House Menard controls Amenos, but they restrict their oversight to Amenos Station and the prison stockade. They leave the jungle to the prisoners. Either the royals washed ashore in the jungle, or the Menards are keeping their arrival secret. Soon, my dear. First, prepare yourself while I finish making the needed arrangements. We'll head to Amenos in due time. For now, remember all we have learned thanks to your efforts. Take this as payment. You more than earned every gold piece. I hoped that by investigating the Ascendant Order, we'd uncover a clue as to how to find the missing Alliance leaders. Now we have it on good authority that they may be on Amenos. From the cookpot to the campfire, as my great-aunt Ailes used to say. It's just a saying, dear. As you're still on retainer, I'd like you to spearhead our rescue efforts. Jakan will go with you to the island, then you'll split up to search for the royals. It's risky, but there's a lot of ground to cover. Aboard a prison ship. They sail for Amenos regularly from the Dufort docks. We'll be contracting the services of a Captain Basrush. She's a dear friend. Jakan and I will meet you there after I finish briefing Captain Colleen and the others. While you head to the Dufort docks, I'll discuss our plan with the Alliance captains. We'll need them for this to succeed. Captain Basrush will get you to the island safely. I know for a fact she can't refuse a purse full of gold. Captains Colleen, Suzo, and Zaji have been procuring ships just for that purpose. The waters around Amenos are treacherous, but I have faith in their skills. I wish I could send more agents to help you, but I prefer to keep a low profile. For the same reason you're traveling by prison ship, so as not to alarm House Menard. We still don't know the extent of their involvement, or if they're making their own play against Emmerich and the others. Anything else, dear, or can we get moving? Oh, Bazrush is delightful. You'll get along with her smashingly. We met when she was a smuggler operating along the Sentinel coast. Now she runs under a charter from House Menard, ferrying prisoners and supplies to Amenos Station. Goodness, no. It served as a haven for pirates and smugglers once, before the Empire decided it was a perfect place to dump its undesirables. Political prisoners, prisoners of war, rival nobles. Emmerich continues the practice to the current day. The entire archipelago sits atop the bones of an ancient volcano. Sheer cliffs, jagged reefs, and dangerous currents make Amenos a perfect site for a prison. The only safe landing on the isle is the dock at Amenos Station. I suppose you can call it that. It serves the nearby prison stockade, though the worst offenders are banished to the jungle. The Empire used to send prisoners to Amenos, and it still is a dumping ground for people the authorities want to disappear. They do something to the prisoners. They call it processing. Once that occurs, they can only survive in the Amenos jungle. They go anywhere else, they die. At least that's what they tell them. So yes, the jungle belongs to the prison gangs. It's a closely guarded secret, I'm afraid. When prisoners are selected for banishment, they undergo some sort of magical or alchemical treatment. After that, they can only survive in the jungle. Is it true? Does it matter? The prisoners believe it. House Menard runs the prison stockade for the Daggerfall Crown. They profit off the prisoner exchanges, the mines in the jungle, other prisoner labor. And they maintain Amenos Station, the only true civilization on the entire island. Sometimes I lose track of days myself, dear. Lord Baccaro hired me to provide security for the upcoming peace talks. I oversaw the arrangements to get the Alliance leaders to High Isle safely. Unfortunately, the Ascendant Order uncovered those plans. Precisely. These bandit knights tried to kill High King Emmerich, Queen Irene, and Prince Ernskar, but the Magus lost control of his spell. Thanks to you, we now believe the leaders are on the island of Amenos. We're going to rescue them, my dear.
Wait, what? The prison island? Shouldn't I get a say in this?
Oh, I know you can't stand to be left out of the action. Think of the stories you can tell of your daring escape.
Well, that's true. I guess I'm easy to read.
Like a book, dear.
If I were the Alliance leaders, I'd take my chances with the sharks. Anything to avoid Amenos. Well, let's get on with this before I come to my senses. When we get there, I'll investigate the stockade in town. That leaves the jungle for you.
Sorry, Lady Arabelle. I couldn't find any of the volumes on your list at my last port.
No time for books today, my darling. My friend has a favor to ask, so play nicely.
Good health to you, Wayfarer. I'm the captain of the Shackled Guar. Now tell me, what grand adventure has Lady Arabelle drafted you into, and what does it have to do with me? Talk fast, Mainlander. I sail for Amenos on the tide. Oh? And I suppose she's offering her usual pouch of gold and the promise of an evening's company at her manor? She does know the way to this sailor's heart. If that's your port of call, who am I to argue? Just know the dangers before you step aboard my ship. If they process you in the stockade, you'll never leave Amenos alive. If you head into the jungle, beware the beasts and the gangs of banished. The gangs of prisoners who band together to survive in the jungle. They're all bad, but the green serpents are the worst. Here, for you and the pretty boy. Disguises. Put them on and try to look appropriately forlorn as you go aboard my ship. You need disguises because you want to travel aboard a prison ship. And because you want to avoid notice when we reach Amenos. So, disguises. You'll look like just two more poor bastards bound for the prison island, guaranteed. You know the lady. She picks up strays wherever she goes. Helps with her work, and she enjoys the company. The first time we met, she was supposed to arrest me for smuggling. Instead, she turned me into an operative, and we broke a much larger ring. Oh, the lady has her ways. And I could never say no to a pouch full of gold and a pretty face. Say, your face is pretty. Maybe if you survive and make it off Amenos, you can call on me. Just ask around the docks. Everyone knows Old Bass Rush. Shackled Guar is just down the pier. Move, you dirty prisoners!
You get them there, you old sea dog, and I'll get them out.
I'll do my job, Arabelle. And remember, I like pomegranate wine with my salted mutton.
All the prisoners are aboard, Captain.
2 more latecomers, Juris.
These prisoners aren't on my list.
Then add them. I'll tell you about it later.
As you say, Captain. Get aboard, you scum!
This is one of the nicer prison transports I've had the pleasure to travel aboard.
Inside, prisoner. Move!
Every man has his price. Mine is 5 gold.
Stranger, those stockade ruffians hauled away my husband. Can you help me? You're actually stopping to help? Everyone else ignored me or looked at me as though I were insane. My husband and I, we were here at Amenos station on business. Then the jailers grabbed poor Valentine and dragged him away. Into their damn prison stockade. And it won't be long before they finish processing him. Then they'll banish poor Valentine into the jungle and I'll never see my beloved again. Help me save my husband, stranger. I'll pay you handsomely. Please. On the prison island of Amenos? Hardly. Besides, there's no time. Here, take this bottle of Dufort Red. It's a rare vintage that Jailer Omdil absolutely adores. Give him that and he'll let you inside. Then find my Valentine and get him out of there. Here, I'll mark a location on your map. There's a spot out in the jungle where we can meet. I'll have us away off this cursed island by the time you collect Valentine and get there. Just give Jailer Omdil the wine, get inside, and find my husband. I do my research. Everyone in town says Jailer Omdil loves wine. They also say he's willing to look the other way in exchange for a free bottle every now and again. He guards the back way into the stockade, which is perfect for your purposes. Nothing illegal, if that's what you're asking. Well, nothing overtly illegal. We were watching the ships come and go, looking for a suitable crew and cargo we could take advantage of. We're thieves, all right. Maybe the jailers recognized Valentine. Look, I may have exaggerated my distress when we met, but everything I told you is true. They grabbed Valentine for no reason, and if we don't get him out, he'll be lost forever. It's not just the dangerous currents that make Amenos a prison. They do something when they process the prisoners. Magic or alchemy, I don't know the details. But anyone banished to the jungle, they can't survive anywhere but on this accursed rock. It's a perfect prison, and totally inhumane. Amenos Station is the only safe place on this damn rock. It consists of a port, a town, the prison stockade, and the jailer's keep. The rest of the island is a dangerous jungle, full of ferocious beasts, and I don't just mean the prisoners. The jungle's as bad as the darkest pit of oblivion. Wild beasts, monsters, and banished marauders roam freely. Valentine wouldn't last 2 shakes of a guar's stubby tail out there. And if they process him, he'll be trapped until something kills him. I don't know. It depends. Some prisoners undergo processing within days. Others get to remain in the stockade indefinitely, as a reward for some service or another. The jailers call them trusties. I'd use a different word. There's no need. Getting to Amenos isn't hard. Getting off the island? That's another matter. Besides, between the gangs, the creatures, and whatever the jailers do to process the prisoners, only the toughest survive. And they have nowhere to go. Look, Valentine and I are thieves, and we're damn good ones. Getting into and out of impossible situations is what we do. In my case, I've had time to plan and prepare. Valentine didn't get the chance. That's why you need to go in there and help him. It's simple. You find my husband before they process him, escort him to the location I marked on your map, and we all get away before the jailers notice a thing. Trust me. Valentine and I have been doing stuff like this since the moment we met. Funny story. Mabson hired us separately to pull off the same job. She hoped we'd kill each other, to eliminate the competition, you understand. The look on her face when she found us, arm in arm, waiting in her chamber 2 nights later. Priceless.
Some gold for a poor beggar? Give her not. But if I starve, it'll be on...
You're not supposed to be on this side of the stockade fence, prisoner. Get back inside or there'll be consequences. Have you lost your senses? Why in the name of Rupka's starry britches do you want to go inside? There's nothing but murderers, cut purses, and thieves in there. They'll eat you alive. Is that... It is! A rare du Fort Red! My favorite! Alright, take this outfit, wear it, and the jailers will think you're a trustee and leave you alone. Oh, but watch out for any jailers carrying a torch. They can spot a disguise in a sandstorm. As for finding a thief, I'd check the head jailer's office in the keep if I were you. You want to see if the thief you're looking for has been processed yet or not. The head jailer keeps a ledger with that information. Put on that trusty outfit before you head inside. If you get caught, we never had this conversation. Understand? Good. Depends on your intentions. If you just want a word or two with the thief, the head jailer keeps records of which prisoners are in the stockade and which have been sent to the jungle. On the other hand, processing means a lot more if you're planning a rescue. But I don't want to know nothing about that. If the thief has been processed, then he's already been banished. Or he's about to be. And once that happens, there's no leaving this island. At least not alive. What? Do I look like some fancy robe from the Mages Guild? The process is magical, I think. Or maybe alchemical. Anyway, a processed prisoner can only survive in the wilds of Amenos. If you can call living in that jungle surviving. Now go away.
You're not a prisoner! Get lost before I...
Psst. Over here. Like my new outfit? What better way to search Amenos Station than disguised as a jailer, huh? I'll see what I can learn about our missing royals here in the stockade and around town. You head to the jungle. From what I already heard, you need to hurry. Before I engaged in 2 of my 3 favorite activities, eavesdropping and thievery, I heard the jailers talking about a bounty placed by the Green Serpent's prison gang. They're offering a reward for 3 nobles that washed ashore in the jungle. What else could it be? Do you know of any other noble-born people who were lost at sea in the area? So head north and go through the big gate. That's your way into the jungle. Meanwhile, I'll see whether or not House Mornard is involved in all this. First, find the leaders. If you can't do that, find the serpents. One of them is bound to know something. I hear they have a camp northeast of the jungle gate. And take this flare. The 3 captains are circling the island waiting for your signal. Try not to let anything in the scary jungle kill you. Just head north, go through the gate, and head north some more. I hear there's a Green Serpent camp out that way. Hey, you got this! I mean, you probably got this. If anyone's got this, it's you. Ooh, that's hurtful. And here I thought we were friends. But let me think. Oh, there's a coin fort on the far side of the island. Steer clear of that unless you run out of other options. It's controlled by the serpents, and they're stone-cold killers. I haven't seen any signs of the Order here on Amenos. Yet. But there must be a connection, right? How else would the serpents know about the Alliance leaders if the Ascendant Order didn't tip them off? And I'll start digging around out here. Oh, and if you were wondering, I'll hop a ship back to High Isle when I'm finished. Easy enough out here in Amenos Station, as long as you don't look like one of the prisoners. After you secure the royals, find a clear beach and fire that flare.
You think the serpents were telling the truth? Freedom? If we find the lost nobles?
You know the Kaishiti's saying. If it sounds too good, it probably is.
You don't belong here, do you, little mouse? Come and tell Garwillith all about it. You may be able to fool the less attentive jailers and inmates of this place, but not me. Don't worry, I won't reveal your secret. As long as you tell me why you're here, of course. Valentine, Valentine. Yeah, maybe I know such a person. You seem the courageous sort. Let's make a trade. Help me get revenge on another inmate, and I'll point you in the right direction to find... what's his name? Oh, nothing violent. A trustee named Yavara likes to make camp on the platform over there. All I need you to do is steal something from a jailer and place it in her bedroll. Simple as dirt. Do me this favor, and I'll tell you where to find Valentine. Not just any prisoner, Yavara. That viper used something I found to earn her status as a trustee. I should be the one getting 3 meals a day, a spot on the platform, and a guarantee I won't be processed. Help me teach her a lesson, and I'll help you. Great. Listen carefully. Jailer Zalze keeps his footlocker nearby, and I happen to know he never locks it. Just reach in, grab something valuable, and stick it in Yavara's bedroll. She's got eyes like a hawk, though, so you might need to distract her.
And you trust?
I don't care what you say. I'm heading into the jungle.
Don't be stupid, Rasa. You're safer here in the stockade.
I am a good hunter. Freedom or death.
From my bedroll. Funny, I haven't heard about any new trustees lately.
A new trustee? The jailers never tell me anything. She said what now? Rotmeth? Amgurf smells bad, but not that bad. Time to deliver the ouchie-ouchies. Out of my way, friend. Hey, Yavara! Come and insult me to my face! I dare you!
What are you talking about, you big oaf?
You said I smell worse than a wood elf's Rotmeth.
I said no such thing, but it's true. Your odor could knock out a mammoth.
Oh yeah? Oh yeah? Let's see how you smell without a nose!
You wanna fight, big boy? I'll give you a fight!
Well, were you able to slip one of the jailer's valuables into Yavara's bedroll? Excellent. My turn. I never renege on an agreement. Valentine arrived in the stockade earlier today. We got to talking, and he asked me to help him slip into the caldera. That's what the jailers call the area between their keep and the gates that lead into the jungle. Not the safest place to go wandering, in my opinion, but Valentine insisted. Valentine said he needed to check something past the big tree, near where the waterfall plunges down. Head north out of the stockade until you see the river, then follow it toward the falls. My guess is you'll find him in the clearing to the west.
Time for your belongings check, Yabara. Don't mind us.
Hey, look at here. New meat. You've got big ears, new meat. But if you must know, word around this stockade is that the green serpents are offering a way off this rock. Something about friends in high places. You just need to find a trio of nobles supposedly wandering the jungle. What gave it away? The fact that no one gets off this rock? Or that the serpents have friends in high places? Or maybe how ridiculous it is to imagine nobles lost in the jungle. I'll tell you what I told Rasa. Going into the jungle is crazy.
Damn, the legend was right. I do need 3 keys. Oh, hello. If you're one of those horrid prisoners come to rob me, I'm afraid my current situation has left me quite destitute. But come to think of it, if you'd be willing to help me out, I can promise you a sizable chunk of gold. What do you say? Marcel? Why would she do that? She knew my plan was to get arrested and steal the Daybreak gem. I let those jailers grab me on purpose. Well, at least it sounds like she has a better exit strategy than I devised. From the prison? Whatever gave you that idea? No, I needed to get into the prison to examine a book I knew was inside the jailer's keep. Secrets of Amenos, a rare tome full of secrets I require to access the old vault. The one where the Daybreak gem is stored. Pay attention, my friend. I didn't think I was going too fast. The old vault was built and forgotten years ago, but with the information from that book, I finally know how to open it. Will you help me? I hoped the legend was wrong, that I'd only need the 1 key I already have. But alas, it requires 3 keys to open the vault. And now I know where to find them. Help me survive the jungle and acquire the other keys, and I'll pay you handsomely. Brilliant! According to the book, the keys were hidden separately. One in the southern jungle, the other in the west. Here, I'll mark your map with the location specified. Have you heard the legend of the hidden vault? It's quite fascinating. It's remarkable. The legend of the Sisters. Famaza, Finami, and Farah, a trio of pirates who amassed untold treasure from their raids along High Rock's coast. According to the story, they chose Amenos as the site to build their hidden vault. Well, this was before Amenos Station and the prison stockade. The sisters built their vault and hid their treasure. While the vault was under construction, Famaza fell in love with a local named Altinway. That's when everything started to fall apart. Altinway convinced Famaza to betray her sisters so they could keep the treasure for themselves. Her sisters learned of the plan and hid their keys before any confrontation could occur. You see, all 3 keys were needed to open the vault. Nothing good. The sisters died fighting each other, leaving Altonway with one key and the secret of the vault. He bragged of it in a tavern, which is how the legend got started. He met his end searching the jungle for the other 2 keys. Right behind this rocky cliffside. The locks are hidden in the boulder I was examining. Ingenious design, but it definitely requires all 3 keys. You know, I was hoping the legend was wrong about that. Oh well. A lot of research went into determining which rare book mentioned the keys, then more to find out there was a copy in the prison. After I obtained Famaza's key from a far too trusting descendant, I came here. Anyway, we'll soon have the other keys. Dangerous? Sure, but nothing you can't handle. We haven't been processed yet, so we can come and go from the jungle as we please. Just make sure none of the jailers notice. They usually don't pay much attention outside the stockade, though. This isn't just any gem. The Daybreak gem has a rich history. And it's part of a different legend. I'll let you in on another secret. With the Daybreak gem, I can find an even more legendary vault that contains an even greater treasure. Precisely. Now you see why I was willing to risk banishment to obtain the Daybreak gem. I'm just glad Marcel found you and sent you to help. She really is a terrific partner. Now, let's go get those keys.
Are you a political prisoner, a war criminal, or a murderer?
Through this gate lies the jungle of
You're
Amenos.
the second cousin of a
Your
duke
home for the
sent
rest
here
of your
to rot.
miserable lives.
Why do I even talk to you?
Please! I'm innocent, I tell you! Don't send me into the jungle!
Too late for that. You've all been processed. If we don't banish you into the jungle, you'll die.
Right. Certain death out here. At least a slight chance to survive in the jungle. That's the fate of the banished.
Banished to the jungle doesn't sound too terrible, does it? How bad could it be beyond those gates? Probably just a lot of talk to frighten us. Yes, that's it. Just a lot of talk.
I'm gonna survive out in that jungle, just to spite them all. Wait and see if I don't. Wait and see.
Back to the stockade, prisoner. It will be your turn for processing and banishment soon enough.
This one knows she can never leave the jungle. But sometimes, slipping through that gate is so tempting. Stay back! This one was just looking at the gate and regretting the choices that led her to this fate. This one cannot do that. This one was processed, so she cannot live anywhere but within this dung-infested jungle. You are prisoners and do not know this. Once you are banished to the jungle, leaving it will kill you dead, dead, dead. No, no lie. This one saw it with her own eyes. Poor Humdo did just that. Turned to dust before he had gotten more than a few steps through the gate. The jungle is bad, but turning to dust? This one thinks that would be much worse.
Good eye. I didn't even see that runestone at first.
The book I snuck into the keep to read indicated that the keys are hidden in the jungle.
To be
Steal
kidding.
right in front of me?
Better than
You
this.
can't! By the 8, a thief!
The book I snuck into the keep to...
Am I in trouble? I love harvesting runestones.
Sister, we can't just threaten everyone into becoming druids. We need these good folks to appreciate the woods, not fear them.
You fool. No one appreciates the forest on their own. I know these merchants. They'll take all they can and leave the land a husk.
key, I'd hide up there. These old ruins. This must be the place. Look around for a key while I keep watch.
Anyone else?
You're a natural. One key down, one to go. One more key and the daybreak.
You have to break away. Magister Eerie never let me watch him do this. It's so interesting. big mistake.
Now we have all 3 keys. Let's return to the vault and see if we can open it.
You going to enchant something with that? Can I watch? Hey, you. All right. Things you want to talk about?